Hello, I'm John Schlegel. I'm state representative from the 101st, representing Lebanon County, and I had the opportunity today to stop by the Great American Sports Show and meet up with a lot of great people, including the executive director of the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commissioner, Tim Schaeffer. Tim, thank you for taking the time to talk with me today.
Thanks for stopping by.
It's my pleasure. You know, this time of year, many of us are looking forward to spring, and of course, one of the rights of spring is the first day of trout season. Can you tell us, when does trout season begin and how long does the season last?
Sure, happy to answer that. So trout season in Pennsylvania starts on April 1st. We have a statewide opener. We had traditionally had a single statewide opening day, and then for about 20 years we had a dual opener in southeastern Pennsylvania, and then another date 2 weeks later in the rest of the state. During COVID, things got a little out of whack, but we tried the single opening day, and people really seemed to like it. So we're back to a single opening day of trout season on April 1st. Real excited for that day, as I know the anglers are. And the week before that, on March 25th, we open trout season a week early for kids on our Mentored Youth Trout Day.
Great. That's so cool. Can you talk a little bit about the preparation that the Fish and Boat Commission engages in order to prepare for the upcoming trout season?
Yeah, happy to. So we have a network of 14 state fish hatcheries across the Commonwealth. 8 of them are trout hatcheries. Closest one is just down the road here in Huntsdale, our Huntsdale State Fish Hatchery outside of Carlisle. But we raise 3.2 million trout within our state fish hatchery system. We have a network of volunteer sportsmen's clubs, many in Lebanon County, that also raise trout. Those clubs raise about another 1 million trout. So you've got 3.2 million trout being stocked throughout the year, and on top of all the great wild trout resources that we have in Pennsylvania. So it's a year-long endeavor for us to raise those fish and get them out there for the anglers to enjoy.
I know folks will appreciate that and will be looking forward to it. You know, and I know within the context of trout season, there are a number of special events and programs, and I know that there's a fee and a license that's required to fish, but I also understand that there's Fish for Free days. Can you talk a little bit about when those days are and what folks can expect from participating in those days?
Happy to. So we offer 2 Fish for Free days. One will be on May 28th on the Sunday of Memorial Day weekend, and the other one will be on the 4th of July. A lot of families are out together, and we'd like to offer that opportunity. But it's also an important time to remind folks about how we do what we do. So our agency, we don't receive general fund tax revenue. We're funded almost solely by fishing licenses and boat registrations. It's part of the North American model of fish and wildlife conservation, where the users pay for the benefit of what they do. And we take that job really seriously, and we thank everybody for their hard-earned license dollars. We try to invest them as wisely as we can and make their fishing and boating experience as best as it can possibly be.
Wow, that's pretty nice. I know everyone will be looking forward to that. And you had mentioned earlier about the Mentored Youth Trout Day, and can you talk a little bit about that day and what that means and what it entails for young fishermen?
Yeah, so we start trout season a week early for kids, and this year it'll be on March 25th, and an adult and their adult mentor, who needs to be a licensed angler, can have fish with a kid that day. They can either get a voluntary youth permit, or we have a real inexpensive voluntary youth fishing license where the kids can fish that day. We invest all the proceeds from that back into youth programming, but it's an opportunity for kids to fish without the opening day crowds, not being jostled around from maybe a busy lake or a stream. And it really gives the parent an opportunity to spend some one-on-one time with the kid, or not just the parent, but any adult mentor, one-on-one time with the kid, instructing them and giving them their full attention.
Great. That is a great opportunity for families. So
it is.
I'm sure that they will all appreciate that. And I have one final question. I learned recently about an event known as the Special Regulation Waters.
Sure.
Can you describe that, please?
Yeah. So really, in Lebanon County, we've got 2. I know one in your district, the Quittapahilla Creek, and then Tulpehocken. They're both part of our Keystone Select stock trout waters, and these are waters where we stock nowhere to put extra big fish. We do higher concentrations of trophy fish. They're part of our delayed harvest artificial lures only, where you can't keep fish until later in the season. But during opening day, I mean, you have a really, really, really good chance of catching a really nice big trout in those waters, and they're phenomenal all year long. So yeah, It's our delayed harvest artificial lures waters on the Quittahilla and the Tulpehocken, Keystone Select. We've got those waters spread around the Commonwealth, but two of the best are right there in Lebanon County.
Wow, indeed. Well, and again, spring will be here soon, so I know fishermen will be rip-roaring, ready to get out there and do their thing. So again, Tim, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with me. I really appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.